It's hard to know how important family values will be at the ballot box tomorrow in South Carolina, but the Palmetto State traditionally places a high social value on traditional family issues. It's not unfair to look into the personal lives of candidates to see if they truly behave according to their professed principles. One man in the race has truly lived by his philosophy of the golden rule, Congressman Ron Paul. He's been married to his wife, Carol Paul, since 1957. They have 5 children and 18 grandchildren, one of whom joins me now, Ron Paul's granddaughter, Laura Paul Fite, soon to be Dr. Laura Paul Fite. Laura, it's a pleasure. Welcome to Freedom Watch.
Thank you for having me.
What happened at the debate last night where your grandfather, Congressman Ron Paul, was trying to say something, and I think we heard you shout something to the moderator. Let him talk about abortion. What was that all about?
Well, we just thought that they should let the doctor on the stage talk about an issue that he dealt with in his own practice, especially since he practiced obstetrics and he dealt with that on the front line.
Why is it that you think so many young people have found such a warm, comfortable place in your grandfather's candidacy for president?
Well, I think when they listen to my grandfather, they don't hear that he's just using talking points or saying what he thinks the people want to hear him say. He's saying a message that he truly believes in, and you can tell it's different from what other people say.
How faithful is Congressman Ron Paul to traditional family values?
Well, I mean, I think he embodies everything that a traditional family value that anyone would think of as a traditional family value. I mean, he's been married to his wife for over 50 years, and he has 5 children, all of which are married to their spouse still, and then have 18 grandchildren. And family has always been very important to us. You know, there's not a birthday or a baseball game that we're not all there supporting each other, and family is just something that's very important.
Some of the other Republican candidates who actually agree with your grandfather on some of these traditional values would use the force of the government to enforce these values. Your grandfather believes people should be free to choose for themselves what their values are. What do you think?
Well, I agree that. I mean, you can't force someone to be moral or do the right thing. That's what free will is. You have a choice, and I think one thing my grandfather does is he sets a good example, and I think leading by example is much more powerful than using a law to force someone to act a certain way.
All right, now without using your fingers, how many doctors are there in the Paul family, counting you?
Well, if you include me, I think that would make 5.
All right. Yeah, getting your MD this June from the University of Texas. Do I have that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Between now and June, what happens to your grandfather's candidacy? Where do you see it going?
Well, you know, you never know. We've been picking up delegates along the way. I think the message is a popular message, and you know, you never know what the media will come out with next. And I think my grandfather is someone that they're not going to find some skeleton in his closet. He's truly is a conservative man that lives by true values that I think the people would like to see in a president.
Dr. Laura Paul Fite, it's a pleasure. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.